Hey folks, welcome back to our tips tutorial. In this tutorial, I'd like to talk about working with Font Awesome. Font Awesome is an embedded font, and instead of styling the letters and the characters in your text, like this particular bit of text is styled by a font, right? Well, guess what? What you see right here, this little icon up here beside the website name, that's also a styled font. It uses a different type of character. Instead of a letter, it's an image. Same thing with our little leaf down here in this example, or our little paw print down in the footer, the same sort of thing. We use Font Awesome icons for all sorts of little bells and whistles, including the social icons right here. So let's go to the Font Awesome website so I can explain in a little bit more detail. Fire up your web browser, type in Font Awesome for the search, and the first link that will come up is the Font Awesome website link. Let's just click that. Now we're on the Font Awesome website. Now, to have an idea of what sort of icons they have available, click the icons link right here. And here we go. You can scroll down the page and there are hundreds of icons available. And you can use them, like I said, for logos or for headings in your page. But specifically, I'm going to show you how to update your graphic logo or the graphic icon right here. And I'm going to show you how to update the leaf or the little icon used in some of the content headings that you'll see in the page. Right? We even use them in the section headings as well, or the social icon headings over here. So the process is the same for every single Font Awesome icon we use. First of all, you go and you find your icon that you want to use. If we want to use, for example, the Firefox logo instead of the paw print, we're going to click on that particular logo. It gives us some more information. Okay, now with that in mind, we need to go back to our web editor, Dreamweaver. We're going to open the library, the shared, and in this case, the graphic logo folder. Now here in the code view, you're going to have to put it into code view in order to see the I class, right? There's our class right there, and here's what I do. I just give myself a little bit of room. I go to Font Awesome. I grab this entire class right here, and I copy it. I go back to my editor. I paste this in the page. And then what I do is I just grab the FA, the name of the icon, which is always the FA hyphen and then the actual name, right? I grab that and I select the FA hyphen, then the name of that's already there. I mean, you can even cheat and just double click on Firefox, copy, double click on paw and paste. That's another way, right? But to make sure, sometimes there's multiple hyphenated words, right? I'll show you an example. This icon right here, let's just select that, copy. We'll just paste that in place instead. You can't just double click and copy. You have to grab the whole FA hyphen, the name of the thing, and then replace what we have right here. And there we go, and backspace, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. Oops, that didn't work out. Sorry, I didn't copy properly. So copy, scrub over and paste. There we go. And then you can get rid of that class right there. I mean, there's all sorts of ways. It's just a matter of copying and pasting. You can just copy the actual name of the icon from the page itself like that and paste it in there. And that's what you do to update the actual graphic logo in the site, right? So we're just going to save our page, hit update. I'll go back to the example page we have here. I'll refresh. We'll just see if that's updated. Yep, there it is. There's the peace sign right there. That's all it takes, right? And the same goes for your social icons right here. You would just go back to the Font Awesome website, scroll down to the very bottom where we have branding. Oh, they've got a lot more stuff here. All sorts of cool stuff, right? Where's our brand section? It's gotten really big. Our web app, and oh, there it is right there. Brand icons. Now you have all sorts of, like, literally a couple of hundred there by the looks of it, different brand icons you can use for your social links. Now the other thing I mentioned is we use icons in things like the content headings, right? So if we open up our About page, which is the example page we're using, I'll just put this into the design view, and there we go. I'm going to get rid of the visual aids because they really drive me nuts. We don't need them. Right, I don't need to see a whole bunch of lines and whatnot all over the page when I'm working on it in design view, and that cleans things up nicely for me. Now the Font Awesome icons will not display in the page itself, so you actually need to do this in code. And so what you do is you basically make a bit of visual marker, mental marker. Nice to meet you. Okay, so that's where we're going to be going. I need to right here, I'm just going to sort of double click on something. I'm going to go down to my quick tag selector here, find the con heading. And we'll talk more about this in the actual content heading tips video, but we're just going to locate our con heading, select it and switch to code view, and there we go. Right in the middle of all this is the icon for Font Awesome, and there's our leaf that you'll see used in some templates throughout the entire template just as a placeholder. And this is exactly where you would change the property right here. Once again, same thing, we'll go to the Slack. We'll just grab the, in this case it's just one word, so I'm just going to double click and copy. I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver, there's the leaf, double click and paste, and I'm done. That updates the content heading for that particular section of the page right there. Now, the cool thing about Font Awesome is it gets updated all the time. There are newer versions out probably monthly, if not more often. Right? If I go to the main page, it tells me what version is the most up-to-date, 440. In your template here, you can actually just open up any old web page, go up to the header, up to the top of the page, and you can look for the script that loads it in. It's just a link. Starts off with a bootstrap CDN, Font Awesome, and this one says 440. Well, if this was, say, for example, a older version and Font Awesome was, say, 4.6.0, you just go to the Getting Started page in Font Awesome, scroll down, see this link right here? Grab everything in between the quotes, okay? So the HTTPS, all the stuff in the middle, but not the quotes themselves. So just everything in between, and you copy it. You go to Dreamweaver, you would scrub over the same thing, do the HTTPS all the way over to, but not including the quotes, and then you would do an edit, find and replace. You're going to look for entire current local site, source code, make sure this is the only thing in the find, and then in the replace window, paste in the newer version, the link that you would copy from the Font Awesome website. In this case, we'll just pretend it's an imaginary 4.6, like that. I usually put my cursor right at the end, the last character in the find and replace boxes, to make sure there's no empty space. So you want to make sure the cursor is snug up against the last character, like that, and then I hit replace all, and that updates the entire site in a matter of seconds. We go boop, just like that, and there we go, done. So now we have a newer version of Font Awesome in our pages, right? And of course I'm going to have to go and undo that now. Edit, find and replace, back to the 440 because 4.6 doesn't exist yet. I'm sure it will sometime soon. Replace all, and yes. So that's all you have to do to update to the next version, is copy the link in from the Font Awesome website. Now I hope that helped get you up to speed on working with Font Awesome.